Well, Jennifer is back, and it's still a lot of drama going on with Jackie and Evelyn. We're going to talk about it coming up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I know it was going to mess it up a little bit, but we got it. Hey, I was so 90s.
Oh, I love this song.
This is a good song, though, because it's exactly
talking about
what about your
friends.
friends? Are you going to be there when I'm down and when I'm out?
Are you going to be at the beach
emotional,
waiting for me
right?
to apologize?
I feel like I'm going to get emotional when we start talking
Oh
about
my
Jennifer
God, yeah.
and,
We got to hold up
Evelyn.
for that. We need a tissue.
But, yeah. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us for the Basketball Wives After Show. I'm Elle Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Elle Marie TV.
And I'm Sanders Kennedy, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Just Sans World.
Yay. So we're going to get to Jennifer and Evelyn coming back, but we can at least start off with, because they opened the show with her and Tammy.
Yeah.
You know, because Jennifer has a little online boutique.
Oh, yes.
That she's doing, so that's cool. And then she had Tammy's daughter was modeling for Jennifer.
Lyric, yeah. Lyric was modeling.
And she looks so pretty.
So gorgeous,
Yes.
so gorgeous. Like, I lived for it. And the clothing wasn't that bad either.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so
it's like, how much is that running?
Right? There was this red dress that was very pretty.
Yeah.
It had like the ruffle at the top and at the bottom, kind of that mermaid. It was really pretty.
It was like really, really nice. I want to know the price range so I can get some gifts out there for people.
Like me.
But what stuck out to me is that Jen just came back like she never left. They're like,
She
let
did,
me just.
kind of.
I'm just like,
Just
we don't get a
smile.
backstory real quick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm the OG. So let's relax. So
That's kind of how they did it. They went into a little bit. She, revealed a little of what was going on with her, in the past. But yeah, just right off the bat, just brought her in like nothing has happened.
Yeah.
Like she's been here all season.
exactly.
But,
But I'm happy that she's back.
I am too.
She has this positive attitude. She's starting out anew.
Yeah.
She's starting out anew. She got rid of the ex-husband. Sadly, her
whack
mom passed
ex-husband.
away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
She has a new relationship, Tim, who I did a little research, and she actually was on the show called on
15
OWN.
minutes of something fame or something.
Yeah, and
Seconds.
she was also on the show on OWN.
Oh, okay. That was I'm sorry.
Something Pie, I forget. Don't hate me. He's on a show.
Was it like a
on
scripted
OWN.
show or a reality show?
It's like a reality show.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they've been together for I guess a little while since
that's
2016.
nice.
So yeah, she's
like
in
a
a happy
real
yeah, it's like a real
relationship. Okay.
relationship. She said she's only dating one person, and that's him. So I'm happy for her about
Yeah,
that.
that's good. Yeah, and like she said, like he opens doors. He's a gentleman, unlike what she had before. Because Eric was a douche. Like
When
so I'm
he
glad
threw
she does better.
that glass of water or wine in her face, I'm like, you're about to get another lump on your head.
That couldn't have been me.
That couldn't have been me either. I would have flipped that table.
But
real
what I
quick.
will say, because the thing is, it's like, okay, yeah, it went right in your face, and you do need time to react, and it's like, right, but still, even after that, I'm a person, like, even if it's the next, I'm not going to be calm by the next day you do something like that to me.
no.
So, hello, I'm your wife, I know where you live.
Exactly.
It's about to go
But just
down.
even as a man, how do you have the,
Yeah,
balls
how can
to
you
get on
do
camera
that?
and do that?
And
But that's in the past, like she said anyway.
Right,
So
yeah,
she's
moving
moving
forward.
forward.
But she is still, bougie.
Oh, she's
and has her
bougie.
ways.
And I
because
wa-
when Tammy and them did walk into the photo shoot, when they arrived, she's like, "Oh, I want you to meet everyone. Hair, makeup."
Yeah.
They don't have names.
I know,
She was
hair,
like,
makeup, assistant.
This is Tammy. Like, they don't have names, Jennifer.
Yeah.
That was funny to me. I'm like, well, she still has her bougie ways.
I kind of want to know, does she know what a food stamp looks like yet?
She probably still doesn't. Maybe she Googled it.
Yeah, hopefully she Googled it. I know what a food stamp looks
Right?
like.
She's like, I still don't know. I'm like, oh, Jennifer, just sit down. Try.
But yeah, so Tammy is having a ball. She has both daughters doing big things, so that's
Yes.
great.
Yeah,
And she's
and
doing
then
her own thing with her comedy
She
show.
is. That's really cool. Like, because her Bonnet Chronicles, they did take off. They are
Oh,
hilarious.
they are hilarious.
And I didn't know she was doing stand up. So I'm like, that's interesting to see. And they gave us a little bit. Me and you both were like, I actually want it more.
Yeah.
Like, let this keep going for a little while.
Yeah, so we found out also that Jen is friends with Malaysia.
Oh, yes.
Remember that? She's friends with
Yes.
Malaysia.
I want a backstory on that relationship, though.
Yeah,
how
I
did
wanna know
that
how did it
start?
start.
Yeah. How did you guys get
Exactly. So she's friends with Malaysia. And she doesn't feel like it's a big thing why Tammy is mad at Malaysia and Brandy. So if Malaysia is going to be in the next season, is this a way of opening the door to a new drama storyline of Jen being in the middle and Tammy and she has to pick?
Yeah.
It's like, does this open the door, or like Malaysia even going to be here next season?
It could go both ways. I kind of feel like I'm not sure if Malaysia will be coming back.
Yes.
But if she does, I can see how that could start, and that can kind of stir up a little bit of drama between them. And then we know how Tammy's probably going to act about it, and with Jennifer, like, you should be over here, you should be my friend. They started in Miami first, because I know
exactly.
I want to say, I can say with confidence that Tammy and Jennifer knew each other first before she knew Malaysia.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like that would be right.
I would want to say that too.
Yeah, so of course Tammy's going to be like, oh, you should be on my side or whatever, and then that's going to put a rift there. I actually hope that they don't do that. I don't want it to be too much of a rift with Jennifer. Like, she just came back.
Yeah, she just came back. I think they're going to end this season. I don't even know when it ends. I don't want it to end anytime soon because it's like getting real good now. But if it comes back for another season, I definitely need Jen on the show.
Yeah. I do want to see her back. Yeah, I just don't want them to put her in a whole bunch of stuff just so soon. Yeah, because she doesn't handle drama too well. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's going to be that good. And
she's not confrontational.
Not
she's
at all.
like, let me just lay back and just calm down. So even with her meetup with Tammy, they were talking about you should meet up with Evelyn. It was a build up. Like, you know what? This is your 2 cents. Tammy was like, you know what? If a chick came over a table at me, we will never be friends. But never. But with Jen and Evelyn, they should be friends. They can work it out, and we'll get into that later. And then she gets passed off to Shawnee,
right?
Yeah.
It was just like, my notes were like, so and so meets up for this, so and so meets up for that. It's
exactly.
Like, it's typical, but. We watch it. But anyway, so she meets up with Shawnee. It's like the whole thing. Like, she has to go down the line. The people that she was cool with to talk to them. And then, Shawnee tried to kind of ease into like, oh, so have you talked to so-and-so? Have you talked to this person? And it's like, well, now you know where I'm going.
Yes.
Have you talked to Evelyn? Are you going to talk to Evelyn? And then it's like, Jen is like, let me be for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, it's been 5 years. I didn't realize it been that long.
Oh,
that's a long time.
That is a long time because I was watching back then and it doesn't feel like 5 years to me. 5 years. I was like 23.
Okay, I was an age. But yeah, it's just like does not seem like all that time has gone by.
Yes.
But like Jen said that we're both older, we're more mature, so hopefully we can both be at a place where we can talk about it. And then that's what Shawnee was trying to tell Jennifer as well, that she believes Evelyn is at that place.
Yeah,
and like
she feels it's like a one-on-one that they can do. Like,
exactly.
You don't need any bodyguards.
And we don't need anyone else there.
Yeah.
Putting their 2 cents in, because before in the Miami season, they would try to have their little sit-downs, one-on-one talks. Well, okay, they weren't one-on-one talks because everyone else was there.
Yeah.
They made it worse because then other people are adding their 2 cents. Or even if other people are quiet, if they're not adding anything in, even just their presence could make one of the other people, either intimidated or make them want to show out a little bit. So
it's like, I'm not going to look like the little punk here.
Exactly.
Let me step it up a little bit because you always put on a show when you have a crowd.
Yeah.
When you're alone and you're one-on-one, you don't have to put on a show for anybody.
And it's more genuine. So it's a lot different. But another thing that Shawnee said with Evelyn was like, she's able to rationalize now. And I'm like, that's a good point, because Evelyn would just fly off the handle.
Oh, throwing
so it's like,
champagne bottles.
Whatever she could
climbing
get her hands
tables.
But I'm glad that like Evelyn has calmed down. She can think about what she's gonna do before she does it. As long as you don't mess with her kids.
But what crossed my mind is that when Evelyn's a new person and Jen's going in thinking, okay, she's a new person, is Jen gonna witness Evelyn going off on Jackie and being like, she hasn't changed? That kind of crossed my mind a little bit. It's like I would be, for me. I wouldn't want someone I'm trying to show that I changed see me pop off on someone else. It's like, I'm a changed person. Where you go, babe?
Right.
You know?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. But I feel like if it did happen, And if Jennifer found out the backstory of everything and what went down, I think then she would understand and be like, this is an isolated situation. You know what I mean? Like, even though I haven't seen you in a while and I try to come back and now you're popping off, like, you still look like the same person. But like I said, if she knows the backstory of why she's going off on Jackie, then I think that she would understand that. You know?
I think she would side with Evelyn on that one. Yeah. Definitely.
What else do we have?
So Evelyn talked with her daughter and told her what Jackie said.
Yeah.
And Shanice seemed like it was fine. She's like, you know what? I'm just gonna laugh it off. It is what it is. And I'm hopefully this is the end of it, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because
we'll see at the luncheon. We'll get to that, but I don't think so. Yeah. But with Shanice, I think it was like, because her reaction, like, she was just so unbothered.
Oh, she was so unbothered.
So unbothered. But I think it's also, she's not a mother.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Like, even though she's older, she's grown now at this point, she's not a mother. So she can't understand how how
she doesn't have those
feeling. Yeah, she doesn't have that feeling. Like, even though that's her mother and she may want to, she would want to protect her if someone said something about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's different when you have, like, a child. Yeah. Like, you protect your parents.
You are mine. I made you.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So I cannot let someone talk about what I made or disrespect what I made. Like, you are me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's different. So I can understand. I appreciated her being unbothered because it kind of helped Evelyn be okay with it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Shanice had been upset, that just would have been Evelyn getting mad all over again. So not only did you say something bad about my daughter, but now you hurt my daughter because she's hurt by these comments. Oh.
And Shanice probably knows how to reel her mom in and know what to say to calm her down real quickly.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah.
I think she stayed away from that. Like, even if she was bothered by it a little bit, like, I'm not gonna tell her. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she knows, like, I know how this can go with her.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. But speaking of, like, everyone meeting up, so they had Jackie and Lynneisha meet at the spa so they could talk about everything that happened in New York. What is wrong with Jackie? That needs to be another shirt. Like, you had one shirt you were gonna do. What is wrong with Jackie needs to be a shirt. Like, so they're in this salt spa.
Salty, salty, salty.
And she's like, oh, everything is salt. Let me just lick it.
And you know that was pure shade from the producers. Like, salty Jackie's going to go to the salt machine. He's going to start licking salt cubes because she's so salty.
But that woman is crazy. I'm surprised she didn't say anything too sexual this time. She was physically sexual with the way she licked. She didn't even have to lick it like that.
You don't know where that thing been.
Like, if you want to, just taste something. She was all like tongue like, This is just, people are watching. I don't want to get all. I want to reenact
yeah, we
that
gotta be nice.
But
she goes on to tell Lynneisha what happened in New York City. How do you think that went?
I feel like she exaggerated the story a little bit, told the story in her favor.
Of course.
As if she was the one, she was a big bad wolf. And because Lynneisha said, like, oh, you didn't charge her like you did BJ. And she's like, oh, worse.
No,
ma'am. Evelyn charged you. She tried to get you. You had to be protected by security, Jackie. Like, let's roll the footage back.
Let's be honest.
I was like, I didn't like the way she told Lynneisha the story of the events and how they happened that night.
And then she kept on saying, well, then this happened, but everything else was blurry. But wait, then this happened. It's like, is it blurry or not?
Right, because you give a lot of details.
Did you forget or you don't know?
Right, exactly.
But she just kept on.
Like, and then the way that, people do this all the time when they're telling the story and they're going to make themselves sound better. But the way that she told Lynneisha, like, how she apologized to Evelyn about calling her a bitch in front of her daughter, like, but it wasn't a sincere apology. You came like, so I'm sorry. Like, you had attitude in it and everything, but she tried to tell it to Lynneisha as if she humbled herself to go and to apologize to Evelyn.
No, she came in pushing buttons. But obviously, when you tell your side of the story to somebody, it's going to be totally biased, and it's going to be totally one-sided. And there's one side, the other side, and the truth, and the truth is on the camera. And I'm sure Evelyn's was one-sided also, because she went on to say to her daughter, Jackie's a bad grandma. We all know it. It's all out there for the internet. Like, she still threw shade at. She did. Had to call that out too. Got to be honest. So they're both being one-sided. Do I think they're ever gonna get along? Nope.
No, yeah, because she also threw shade and talking about, like, how Evelyn and Shanice, the relationship that they have, like, Jackie couldn't hold a candle to that with her daughter.
Gosh.
And I was like, yeah, that's
like the granddaughter
shade.
and the daughter.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a lot. It's like, Evelyn, and then she goes on to say in the confessional, oh, I hope my fans see my reasoning on why I did what I did. Like, we'll see your reasoning, but calm down on the shade.
Yeah, kind of pull it back a little bit.
Because even for me, who's a huge fan of Evelyn, like, it was like, all right, you said the granddaughter
Yeah, because I
thing.
feel like you know that's Jackie's soft spot now.
Yes.
You know, and then now you're gonna keep coming for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's what happens when you're truly angry at someone.
100%.
But still, yeah, like you said, just dial it back a little bit. Because you're kind of falling into that category. You are no better than her if you kind of keep coming for what is really gonna hurt her.
Exactly.
So yeah.
100%.
I don't like that. Let's talk about Miss Hazel.
Oh, yes.
In her little showcase, literally little showcase.
Oh.
Because she said she was only debuting 2 songs.
2 songs.
Usually people do a little bit more than that, even if it's a listening party and she's not performing.
It's like it's like a mixtape or EP for 6 songs.
At least.
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
But hey, I don't have any songs. Let me stop
me
shading
either.
people.
So yeah, I'm happy about that.
Right, yeah.
And of course they want to get everybody together.
Again, like
they
always.
want to come together like they're all happy. It's like, no.
Why do they keep doing this? Well, we know why.
We know why, but still, it's like, oh, we just want to bring everybody together.
Right? And then she invited Jackie, and Jackie's like, "Is this a real invitation?"
Yes.
And I was like, "What is with these ladies and invitations?" It's like, "Is this real? Can I come? Is there a +1? Is there not a +1?" Like,
but
they need communication.
Yeah, it was like, you don't bring this person. You are the only one walking in through that door, and if anyone comes with you, you're staying out there with them because you brought them.
Right.
Which,
like you said, though, like, what if Jackie brings Sania?
I'm having a That's So Raven moment. I see Sania walking in because Hazel walked in and messed up her party.
Yeah.
So I see Sania being petty.
Somebody's going to spill the beans to her about the party, which is going to be
Jackie. Jackie.
Yeah.
She's gonna come in and say, "Oh, there just so happened to be a party. I'm gonna be there. This is the time. This is the place. This is the day. But you're not invited, obviously. But just so you know, be there an hour early." So when Jackie gets there, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know she was coming. I didn't tell her anything." But then I can already see it. I can already see it.
You know how it's gonna go
because it's Jackie.
Now, what did you think about them being at the lingerie store? Because didn't Hazel make it seem like she was shopping for her showcase? Or she was just telling them about the showcase while shopping?
I think she was just telling them about the showcase while shopping. And then Tammy was there also.
Yeah.
And that's when Tammy did another invite for the comedy show.
Yeah, for the comedy show.
So everyone's invited to everything.
They have a lot of events.
A lot of events. I know.
They are booked. They have calendar
events. They are never bored.
Because I was wondering, I'm like, because that doesn't seem like Hazel to me. But maybe that's her singing persona if she was shopping for a lingerie outfit for her showcase. But yeah, it just was like, I was confused on that part. Like, are they just here having the conversation about the showcase? Because she was like, I'm looking for something. She didn't mention what she was looking for, though. Yeah. So that's what threw me. But anyway, it just didn't seem like her.
Hopefully we see the showcase in the next episode.
Yeah. And I would hope that there's not too much drama.
It's Basketball Wives, girl.
True. Basketball Wives and girlfriends and cheating and everything.
Oh yes, but then Tammy said, "Hey, Evelyn's is invited to the comedy show, Jackie, just to let you know." And then Jackie was like, "Oh man," like Evelyn's invited to everything. Evelyn's the OG. She's gonna get the first invite. You should already know.
Everything you guys do, Evelyn's gonna be there, or at least Evelyn will be invited.
Yeah, she gets first dibs, which because the friendship level
was there first.
Yeah, so Jackie being all shocked is like, "Girl, I got shocked when I saw that wig."
Oh, that shiny wig.
That shiny wig. Look, they have money now. They've been doing this for seasons.
I told you what wig that was. That was her little role play sex wig.
Yes.
So it's cheap because it probably gets TMI pulled on and thrown around and probably put in some places knowing Jackie.
That's the Dominique wig. That's the Dominique wig. Domination Dominique.
Jackie's going to use that. If she sees this, she's going to use that.
10%, girl. 10%.
Run your money.
But that wig. But what also kind of bothered me weirdly was Tammy's bang. It was like pushed off to the side, then they quickly fixed it.
That one I missed.
I noticed everything. I noticed everything. I was like, that bang does do like that. We're good. There we go. And they did that.
They probably did like just cut, pause, or whatever for a second. fix that hair makeup.
But it's crazy. At the end of the day, it's crazy how gorgeous everybody is. Jen looks younger than she did before she was on the show. Evelyn, amazing. Tammy, amazing. Jackie, she good. She's amazing. I'm just joking. Everyone's like really, really gorgeous.
And you know what because Jennifer made me realize that, speaking on that, like everything that she's been through a lot the last few years. Also Evelyn, because she mentioned just being at a bad place, being in an angry place. And when I thought about it, at the time during the Miami season, all those ladies they all were in a bad place. Like Tammy was just coming from her divorce and trying to build herself back up, now being a single parent, things like that. Jennifer was going through her divorce. Evelyn was going through all her stuff. Like, because she had just broken up with her fiance when that season started. Then dating her, moving around. So yes, they all had a lot going on.
They were a hot mess. So the last thing they cared about, and plus just the stress,
even if you try to get yourself together, what you're going through, it exudes out, and you know what I mean. So I think the
priority isn't how you look; it's handling your family and your personal business. So it's not. It's like, I don't care what I look like right now. Like. I just, like, they didn't look bad, but it's like you can tell that they were having a moment. They were having a moment, in a moment.
And now you can tell that they are all
over that moment.
Happy, they are all shining. This is their glow up.
We're like a new coin.
Yeah, right?
Oops, let's flip it.
That's a good one. But so they are all looking beautiful, and you can tell that they're all back in a better place. I want to talk about Kristen.
Oh my gosh.
Like, who is she? Was this a new cast member they introduced today in this episode?
It feels that way.
Like, who did she turn into?
Who was that? I never heard that sex talk before from her mouth.
Never.
What was it?
She seems so quiet and timid, you know?
Yes. So she takes her daughter to the park and she calls her husband or boyfriend, the one that cheated on her, and she forgave him
several times.
And they have a conversation, but as you see, she's still a little pressed.
She is. Because here's the thing. So she, in one part, she mentions, like, he cheated several times.
Yes.
And then the other time, she tells us how she found out about him cheating. Like, he broke his phone, had to get a new phone.
Left the old phone.
Guess took the lock off the old phone or didn't have it on there. You should have. Don't. Anyway, the little baby, the daughter, got the phone like, oh, mommy, who's this?
This ain't my mommy.
Man, this isn't you. Who's this? She's like, girl, that ain't me.
Who is that?
Right?
Who that?
Scrolling and everything.
Exactly.
So I think maybe because she, like I said, she mentioned, he's cheated several times. But then when she told that story, she was like, because he saw the look on my face and he knew I was about to lose her. So I'm thinking, but you just said several times.
Yeah.
You just said several times.
Exactly.
So at what point, you know what I mean?
See, that's the big question. How many times, the big question is, if you're going to forgive your boyfriend for cheating on you, do you have the right to low-key question, show me around your hotel room jokingly, but actually serious kind of? Do you have the right to confront them or make those little jabs throughout the relationship?
I think, I'm going to answer like yes and no. So I feel like if you are honestly trying to move forward and you really aren't going to take it anymore, like she said, if he does it again, she's gone.
Yes.
If she's going to stick by that, then I say yes. But if you're going to be one of those females, and hey, you do what you do. I'm not knocking anybody.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be one of those who you're going to stay, he's going to do it again and you're going to forgive him, then let him cheat in peace.
Exactly.
Let him do what he's going to do, because if you're not leaving, why are you even stressing yourself out?
Exactly.
You're stressing yourself out as well.
Yeah.
So she kind of confused me, but what I'm thinking is maybe like the several times is just maybe things that she knew about, maybe found out about later. Maybe this one was the one that was like just in her face, like with a, this is person, this is real. So it could have been like that. Because you always have the times where it's speculation and he may admit, but you don't really know the girl. But to see her, it makes
reality.
It real.
Yes. For me, if you're going to forgive, you let that go all the way. Elsa can't even touch it. You let it go. And you don't bring it up, because he has the right to say, you know what? I've been faithful to you. That gives him a leg to stand on if he is cheating, allegedly. And say, you know what? You keep pressing me about this, making little sly remarks. Maybe I should cheat on you. If you already think I'm doing it.
Yeah. Because I might as well
if you're already going to question me, then the question that you're asking, you're already setting them up how to hide it. You know?
That's so true.
You know what?
I haven't thought about that.
There you go. Think like a man. But obviously, it's true. Like, obviously, let's be honest. Well, back in my day, I did cheat. And I learned that if you get caught a certain way, you don't get your ass caught the same way. You cover up the holes.
At least you're smart.
Yes.
Some men do the same thing.
And if
Same
I was,
way.
if I was in a relationship and I was to get cheated on, I better not find out. Don't be a sloppy cheater.
Don't be sloppy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I've been there where, okay, I find out, I'm there, find out, I'm there. Okay, you know what I mean? So I've gotten to the point where, like, in a new relationship, I can't take too much because I've already been that person that was just, like, taking it. And that's why I say, like, you gotta let them cheat a piece. If you're not gonna leave, why are you stressing yourself out? You know, I've been there. Like, why are we stressing?
Yeah.
You know, either make the decision to deal with it and be quiet or get up and leave.
Yeah, so let's hope that their relationship stays strong. She backs off a little bit.
Because it seems, the way she's talking about it, it seems like he is trying and they are trying to move forward. And maybe she's sincere about and honest with herself with the fact that if he does cheat again, she actually really is going to leave.
Yeah.
But she's working on it. She's trying.
Yeah,
she's
trying.
like, oh, I know what you miss. You know, talking about missing him because he's out in, like, Michigan somewhere.
Yeah, doing
like
the app?
that. Yeah.
Do you have to be in the...
We're talking about him. He's trying to do better. We're not going to address that.
But why do you got to be across country? No.
Maybe the headquarters are there. Be quiet. He's trying to do better.
Look, I'm going to say what I got to say. The headquarters can be at home on the laptop. Especially if you have a daughter that young. It's like, okay, I don't know what kind of setup they have for their relationship. I don't know if they see each other once a week. I mean, 1 week out of the month, but there's usually a thing.
She said like 2 or 3 times out of the month.
Okay, so that's good, but it's like,
yeah,
making a little effort to get back home.
I agree. He might still be up to, but she's trying to still keep it hot. What was she talking about? Like, she was like, "Oh, you missed that doggy." She didn't even say doggy style. She's like, "You missed that doggy." The earmuffs.
Yes.
What
she makes Jackie look like...
I'm like, now I know why her and Jackie are cool. Because at first it seemed like, why is Kristen friends with Jackie? Well, now we know why.
We know what they bonded over. Literally. Get it? Bonding? Bondage?
And then she was like, told her daughter, like, oh, that's how you got here. Maybe she didn't hear it. And she's probably too young to put the two and two together. But I was like, Kristen, you a little nasty.
Little nasty girl.
I want to know what, I think we're trying to get her back on here for the reunion.
Yeah.
I hope she comes back because I need to know what the earmuffs are.
Yeah. We have questions. We have lots of questions. I have questions for you.
I get doggy. We all know what that is.
Yeah, we
think she's friends with Jackie. I don't know. We think we know.
Maybe she borrows stuff. I don't know. Let's see how that works out.
Yeah. Tammy. And this comedy show. Ooh. Like I said earlier, I wanted to see more.
It needs to be a VH1 special or a Netflix special. Just from the 3 seconds that we saw of it, it looked so good.
It did. It was funny, already.
And laugh out loud for real.
She was throwing so much shade, but the way she was doing it was like, you could probably backpedal and get your way out of that. Like, yeah. I didn't really say. Like, she was like, which one did she say? So she was like, when they talked about her jumping from show to show. Doing this,
she started out with that.
Like, I'm not going to worry about where my next check is coming from. So Duffy.
Yes. The shade is real.
She got Evelyn though. I'm like, I don't know.
She got Evelyn all the way together.
Do you think Evelyn's gonna be okay? Because she's gonna find out about that joke. How do you think she's gonna take it?
I think she's gonna take it as a joke. It's like, it's a joke.
That was some shade. She was like, at least I'm not, hopping from.
Yeah, it's like I ain't 3 guys and hopefully 1 sticks. Right. And
then he was like,
so Evelyn's back. The shade of it all.
I really was sitting there like.
I know, we were having moments.
I was there. I was like, oh.
I know, I felt like I was sitting front row.
Yeah.
I really felt that way.
Did she hear that?
Yeah. And then before even the show started, Jackie was like, had her head over her shoulder, like, is Evelyn coming in? She was really scared. She was shook. She was shook for a hot minute.
Yeah. She's like, oh, there she goes. That's
Shawnee. No, Shawnee. Yeah, she know that in the turn her back.
Her heartbeat was like, yeah. Shawnee.
Then the show starts, but then Jackie got all sensitive, like, ooh, that's offensive. Ooh, someone's going to be mad. Ooh, that's wrong. Ooh,
she talks about people on
She said that there's a line that was crossed.
Right.
It's like you're at a comedy show. It's comedy.
It's comedy. And like I said, the way she was doing it, she just threw a jab. She didn't really like put them out there really. I mean, the Evelyn one was kind of tough.
Yeah.
What was the one from Malaysia?
Malaysia.
Shoot, I almost forgot.
I think Malaysia's one.
Oh, the threesome.
The threesome.
Oh, yeah, she's like, she has to be pretty and dumb.
Yep. Yeah, gotta be the, hit it and quit it. Bye. We don't want you.
Right.
We're not interested in you. So where's Malaysia?
Where's Malaysia? Her shade was real. I know she had some more.
I know.
VH1, I want that whole little segment of her
VH1,
comedy show.
please give Tammy a special even if it's a half an hour, give us that special. Even if it's online, give us the special. We are asking for it. People watching, leave it in the comments.
Yes.
Sweet
Demand
VH1,
it.
demand it. We need this special. She is hilarious. She has a big thing going for her. She really does.
And like I said, I did not know she was doing stand-up.
Yeah.
I'm going to look. Actually, you know what? They don't put a show up. I'm going to look for her.
Yep.
She probably, she's in LA, so she probably has, some shows coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm going to look into that. That would be so fun.
That would be very fun. Very fun.
Speaking of shade, Shawnee, I guess hanging around these ladies long enough. I feel like this season she's showing another side of hers.
She's throwing
a little shade at Jackie, so she called her to invite her to her luncheon, and Jackie was out to lunch, ironically, with I guess brunch with Malaysia.
Yes.
They were sitting there talking about it, and at first, Jackie, she surprised me because I just knew she was going to tell Malaysia about the Tammy joke.
We both said it. It's like she said out her mouth. Jackie said, "I'm not going to say anything about the joke. I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to say a damn thing." We looked at each other like, I give it 5 seconds.
Right.
But she really didn't say anything.
Didn't.
From the cameras, from what we saw on the cameras.
Yeah, right.
But
true.
she didn't really say anything. And I was like, you know what? One step forward.
Look at this.
There's a possibility.
There's a new Jackie.
There we go. Let's move in this direction.
Yes,
but then,
please.
of course, she answers the phone on speaker, obviously, because it's a show.
Yeah. But I was wondering, I was like, if she doesn't tell Shawnee she's on speaker, if Shawnee can't tell she's on speaker, and she spills the beans about the joke, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, ooh, is she going to tell? But she didn't. She just invited her to her luncheon that was going to be full of substance and women empowerment.
We're going to show how we can come together and be strong women.
And not fight. And not have a sex party / women's empowerment party.
I wrote down this question. Do you think Shawnee would have invited Malaysia if she knew that Malaysia wasn't there at the moment?
No.
Yeah.
Even in the invite, it was like, oh, Malaysia, since you're
there. Since you're there, I'll invite you
come
too.
too.
Yeah, it's like,
okay. You don't have to extend the invitation if you didn't want to, just because I'm sitting
here. If you
here.
knew that someone was like in the presence,
I'm not gonna invite that person then. I'm going to play it off like, oh, okay. I'll maybe make up something else that I was going to tell them about, but I probably...
I'm like,
yeah, I'm not
my
that
food's burning.
shady.
I'll be right back.
Right. I'm not that shady or you know what I mean? Like, just be like, I'm not
that
petty.
I'm
That's
that
the word
petty.
Like, really? You would do it?
I am so petty. My subscribers are probably watching. They know I'm petty. They call me King Petty.
Really?
Yeah, like I would be like, so Jackie, the party's going to be so fun. And, Malaysia, how are you? So, Jackie, the party's at this time in this place. It's going to be so amazing. And Evelyn's going to be there. And, Malaysia, what are you having to eat? Anyway, so Jackie.
You are Petty King. Yeah, I'm a little punk. I just would have been like, oh, yeah, okay, well, yeah, I could just... Hey, I want to go lunch with you. When are we going to lunch? And okay, I'll call you later. All right, bye. Like, that would have been my conversation. And then I would have told her later, like, hey, so I'm inviting you to this luncheon and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but, of course, Jackie finds out that, of course, Evelyn's going to be there, too. Evelyn's everywhere.
Evelyn is everywhere.
Oh,
and
yes.
That's something she's not going to pass up. I can see her passing up Tammy's comedy show. But, and then, like Shawnee said, Evelyn will be on the panel.
Oh, yeah, she's on the panel, so she has to be there.
Yeah.
And they're setting up for next episode. Yeah.
I was going to say, we'll get into that, but let's talk about the little
I almost
Sit
forgot.
down. Yeah.
It got really like we went from laughing to tearing. I couldn't shed a tear because I don't have any powder to fix my makeup. So I was like holding it in.
I was like,
a tear really fell down from her face.
Yeah, it did.
She really did cry.
I'm one of those people, like, I can't watch people crying without crying myself. Like, if I see someone cry, like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah,
just
I do that.
I don't know why.
I do that thing. Trying to hold it in.
Like, they just been through so much.
You really did. So
That's how I felt, because in that moment, I'm like, okay, maybe, okay, I'm emotional. All right.
So
because they had a real friendship before the show.
Yes, they did.
And I have this theory, like, a lot of marriages with reality TV always kind of fall apart, and I think it's just relationships in general, and you've seen it on numerous reality shows, unfortunately, like marriages, close friendships.
Yes.
I don't know why, but these shows tear them apart.
Because I think that the cameras magnify the truth that they're hiding. The cameras magnify it because have you ever been in a relationship where you knew the problems, but you just kept on moving along?
Yeah.
The cameras catch that and blow it up to the biggest thing ever, and it brings reality to it. So I'm sure they had their little problems. Like, she's my friend, I'm not gonna bother with. Then when you watch it back, and it's like, oh, you know what?
Because when it's in your face, you can't hide from it. When it's little and neither one of you are acknowledging it, then it's like you can sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, you can't sweep it when millions of people are watching.
Yeah.
But they met at the beach and they hugged it out. And I didn't know this, that Evelyn sent Jen flowers when her mom passed away.
Because earlier in the episode they mentioned that Evelyn reached out, but she also sent her flowers during that time. But that just goes to show, like, no matter what's good, like, that's a huge thing. And if I've been your friend, your true friend, even if we are at odds right now, you lost someone very important to you, probably the most important to you person in your life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Your queen.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of person am I? Even if I'm angry at you, even if we've said these crazy, nasty things, I'm still a human being that cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so, like, how could she not reach out to her and try to see if she was okay?
I think that probably helped Jen feel a little bit more comfortable meeting Evelyn one-on-one.
Yeah.
Seeing like, oh, you know what? She reached out to me at this hard time. This is a little step forward to make me think, you know what? She's not mad at me. She's actually doing something nice. So maybe she isn't. So maybe that little piece of stepping out, of saying, hey, I'm still here for you. Here's some flowers. Here's my my thoughts and feelings and my condolences. Maybe it helped out Jen a little bit more than it would if she didn't. But Jen didn't respond back.
She didn't respond. And I
which
think,
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I think, and especially at that time, I think she saw it and appreciated it, but then didn't want to open the door at that time because she possibly didn't know where it could go. And then Jen was probably so vulnerable at that time.
100%.
Like,
I can't
take
that.
anything else that's going to be negative, you know what I mean, in my life. Like, it could have, we don't know, I can't speak for her, but I could just imagine it just could have probably taken her to a really dark place, and she could have just, like, fell apart completely, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can't handle this right now. I appreciate it, I recognize it, but I can't respond to it because I can't open the door and let you back in right now. You know, but like you said, I think it was like, it opened, you know,
it was like a little bookmark.
Light,
a little bookmark. Like, let me remember this. Let me keep that receipt.
To say.
Yeah. And I loved Jen's shirt that says, what is I only accept your apology with a $20 bill or something like that.
Yeah, like only cash or something like that.
Yeah,
She's
take
like,
cash. Yeah, so I love that moment.
Cute,
but one thing that stuck out to me that annoyed me a little bit is, like, they kept their sunglasses on. That's my little pet peeve. It's like, if you're gonna have a heart-to-heart moment, I know you're on the beach, take the glasses off so you can look each other in the eye. But maybe they were both still scared and still had to put up a barrier because it would have been too real. And they hugged it out. They apologized. Well, Evelyn apologized,
as she should.
Yeah.
You know, and like she said, she was in a bad place. You know, at the time, like, very angry, and that can happen. And a lot of the times, you actually take it out more on the people that are closer to you. I don't know why. Maybe you feel like they can handle it better. I don't know. But like, when you aren't in a good space, I don't know. Those are the first people that catch your wrath.
Because you probably feel like they know you, so they know that you're not as serious as, you know how they're going to react, and they know that you have more of a leeway of getting their forgiveness in a stranger. Yeah. So with that, I'm just happy that they were able to sit down and say the truth of, you know what? And Jen called Evelyn a mean person, she's like, I was mean. I was really mean. I was angry. And like, the fact that you can come out with your truth and say, you know what? I was a mean person really shows a huge improvement in your life.
Instead of having a situation like, yeah, I was this, but, and then pointing the finger back, because she didn't do that. They just had a conversation. She didn't say, well, Jennifer, you also did. No, because if you really want to make amends, you really want to move forward, you have to just own yours, let them own theirs. If they're not, then you just kind of, in this situation, just have to let it go, especially if you were the aggressor, if you were like the bad guy in the situation, you can't point a finger at the other person. So you just kind of have to take it, even if Jennifer didn't, you know, acknowledge anything on her side. It's nothing Evelyn can do. Just take it.
Yeah, you just gotta just take it upon yourself to own your own mess, and hopefully they forgive.
Yeah,
and they did.
Which they did, and I think they can get back on track. I hope that they do.
I would hate to see them fight. Like I would rather see Jen and Tammy fight over Evelyn and Jennifer. I need that friendship to stick.
Because even the way they cut it on the little commercial break when they were about to show what was going on, and Evelyn was like, I can't even, like, this is the reason why we don't talk. I was like, oh, no, Evelyn. Because the way they cut it, I thought she was saying that to Jennifer. But then she was just saying it as if someone were to ask. She just doesn't know why. Like, she can't pinpoint one thing of why they stopped talking.
It was just a whole bunch of stuff that just balled up together. And that's what usually a big blow up is. Just a whole bunch of little things that just blow up to one big thing. And it's like, this, that. Everything comes out the bag. And
and then, like you said, you're not really facing it. You're all just letting all this stuff build up, and then just boom, and then it explodes.
Then you jump across the table, and your friendship ends because you don't know what a food stamp looks like.
I can't repeat. But that's exactly what happened.
Basically.
Jumped across that table, and friendship done.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they were both going through some things, but I'm glad that they are both in better places, and that they were able to talk it out.
Let's keep it that way.
One little thing that bothered me, though, is that they were on the beach without any, like, blankets or anything. I don't know about you guys. I cannot be on a beach and just sit on the sand with my bare, like, legs, body, and clothing. I'm sorry. I'm annoyed by sand. I love the beach, but I'm annoyed by sand.
Yeah.
So, like, that sand is going to be with me for, like, the rest of the day.
I understand.
I'm angry about this.
And I took it as, you know what, they're at the beach. They're going to wash their problems away. That's how I took it. Yeah. The tide's going to go out, and it's all just going to be good.
All sunshine and sunsets after that.
I tried to look deep and read between the lines. It's like, no, they just went there because they had a scene there. Yeah. They couldn't get a permit at a restaurant.
I think that's what they were going for too.
Yeah,
The ocean, the water cleanses
the breeze, and just the sand all up in the areas.
Yeah, and now they have sand on their shoes. And anyway, but yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
Yes.
Too. Yeah. So, but next week.
Ooh. Okay, so I know what we want to talk about. So we start off with showing a preview of the luncheon. And Jackie says, I want to end her life, or something to that degree.
No, that's exactly what she said.
I want to end her life.
I want to go over there and end her life.
This is a woman empowerment movement moment meeting. This is a moment to come together, not end lives.
Don't do that.
But why does she wear the hat?
Let Jackie be. Jackie is Jackie.
Anyway.
So, but I'm just totally was thrown by that. Like, oh, okay, you're sitting here and you want to end her life?
Yes.
Really? You're still upset?
You're still pressed like a panini.
This has to be weeks, at least minimum 1 week.
At least,
you think of like a month?
I think probably a minimum of 1 week, 3 weeks at most, probably.
It has, like, time has gone. Like I said earlier, like, sometimes I may be upset, like, maybe after a day I'm still upset, but a week or so, it's like, let it go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, unless if Evelyn started back up with you, okay, fine. Now everything started over. The beef is continuing. But if nothing's happening, she's not paying you any mind. Don't pay her any mind.
Exactly.
You guys go your separate ways.
Yeah. I want to see who starts it because, of course, it was cut a certain way. So we got to see it play out. But what they put in there in that preview had me on the floor. A taser. Evelyn.
She's ready for Jackie.
We moved past that, Evelyn. You met Iyanla Vanzant. You fixed your life. A taser, girl.
Someone is threatening her life right now, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. A pink taser, though? a pink taser.
You gotta be cute.
You gotta
Are
be.
you tasering people?
Yes. Oh.
So I can't.
And then
wait
you
for
hear a
next week's
scream. She
episode.
buzzes. You hear a buzz
Right.
and you hear a scream.
Yeah, that's production. They
Yeah,
love the little
they
sound
love-
bites and everything. But yeah, I'm excited to see next week. And they
Oh, me
also go
too.
back to Miami.
Oh yes, they
So
do
like,
go back to
are
Miami.
they trying to gear up and have a Miami season
Maybe.
again?
It's like bye Brandy, bye Malaysia, bye Jackie. We got our girls back. It's the OG Miami. Let's
I'm here
see.
for it. That's
I'm here
what
for
they
it
do.
too.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Well,
let's bring it back.
well, I guess we will find out next week.
Yes, we will.
Make sure you guys join us next week as we
100%.
talk about that episode because it is definitely going to be a good one. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at LMarieTV.
And you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at Just Sans World.
And hit us up in the comments. We want to know what you guys thought about this episode and what you think is going to happen next week. See ya.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.